Alright, welcome back. Chapter 5, Paper Mario 1000 Year Door. I got 1 star point, but that's all I need to level up. This is Shadow Mario 41, of course, who else would it be? And we are going to raise our BP because I'm lagging behind a little bit. And it kind of shows how I distribute my stats a little bit. I focus on HP and FP early, but then I kind of give a BP overhaul, you know. And that's kind of the interesting thing about the nature of this Let's Play, is you get to see how, you know, different players work in different ways, although for the most part we tried to sync up our stats. You can see, you know, the different play styles and whatnot of everyone. And I think that's one thing that makes it really unique. Anyway, we're going to get an easy first strike on those Bullet Bill blasters there. Try saying that 5 times fast. Bullet Bill blaster, Bullet Bill blaster. I don't think I'd be able to do it again. But these guys are actually not that hard. The only problem with fighting these guys is that the battles can usually get pretty drawn out, because every turn they spawn a Bullet Bill. And although they don't attack directly, you have to kind of spend a turn getting rid of the Bullet Bills, because otherwise you'll be slammed into for 4 damage, and you really don't want that. And we also need to get a tattle on these guys, but look, right off the bat, we're going to get a huge attack bonus on this Bullet Bill. It doesn't stand a chance right now. Look at this pathetic Bullet Bill. Oh, it's dead. Death tap. And it's dead. Okay, we're going to swap to Goombella and use our little tattle ability after we get rid of this bothersome Bullet Bill bastard. See that alliteration? 4 words in a row. So yeah, Bullet Bill blasters don't attack directly, which makes sense. I mean, in the games, you know, the Mario platforming games, they don't attack you. I mean, it would be kind of senseless if they had attacks. I mean, what would they do? Ram into you, or like, I don't know, nothing. That's exactly the point. They don't do anything. So their role is pretty appropriate in the RPG games. So we're gonna swap back to Bobbery and kill another Bullet Bill. See how many you have to kill? It's crazy. And unlike Fuzzies, they don't give you star points, so you know that kind of sucks. I think unless you're really underleveled, they don't give you any star points. Even if you're really underleveled, they'll probably only give you 1 anyway. So not really worth it to exploit, you know, sort of star point trick here, where you, as you know, you can with the green Fuzzies and other enemies that multiply or call reinforcements or whatever. But we took care of those guys. We got 6 star points, and we're going to be on our merry way. And yeah, even though it shows both of them on the world, you know, the map here, not really map, what would you call it? Overworld? Real world? The real world. Yeah, you don't have to fight. You know, they both count as 1 battle. They're not 2 separate battles. So we're going to use Blarg the Yoshi to hover over this gap here, and we are going. Whoa, that is a giant Bob-omb. That is a large Bob-omb. Let's hit it with a hammer, making Bobbery feel a little inadequate, I feel. But oh well, we're just gonna hit it with a hammer and take it down to size. I mean, who wouldn't feel inadequate next to that thing? Look at that thing. Luckily for us, though, it's not as menacing as, you know, it actually appears to be. These guys don't, as Goombella will explain, they don't attack directly. What they do is on the first turn they light their fuses, and, you know, a few turns later they will explode and set off a chain reaction of explosions that will do 2 HP of damage to Mario and his partner. But while they're not attacking, they'll continue to raise their stats. So, I mean, you do kind of want to take them out early, because otherwise they'd be kind of difficult to take out. And if they raise their attack and then explode, you really don't want that, because that'll do 6 HP of damage to both Mario and his partner, and that is a lot of damage. But we're just gonna head bonk them there, and also fire attacks and explosions will make them explode. So avoid using things like Bobbery's bomb attack, all of Vivian's attacks, Fire Flowers, and any other fire or explosion based attacks. But we can use an Ice Storm. That's a nice thing to use. Ice Storm does 4 HP of damage to to all enemies, and has the chance of freezing them, as that guy right there was frozen. But actually, a perfectly viable strategy is to set off these guys intentionally before they raise their attack. And that way, you know, it'll end the battle pretty quick, and as long as you can afford to take the damage, you know, it's not really a problem. And as you saw, the charge right there boosts Mario's attack. It's sort of like a command, and it's useful to have if you have an extra badge point to spare. Pretty useful ability. And we're going to stupidly look for a star piece that's not there. And we're going to continue to go up, and let's save our game, because saving our game is a pretty good idea. Going up, going up, going up, going up. Hey, a shine sprite. Not a star piece. That is a shine sprite. So let's try to get that. Obviously, we can't jump that high, but we can hit that invisible block there. And then get it no problem. You can also hit that invisible block with Koops. But, you know, jumping's a little easier than swapping partners. And hey, we have a new enemy up here. Even though we saw a variant of these guys in Creepy Steeple, we saw the normal Buzzy Beetles. These guys are Parabuzzies. And Parabuzzies work exactly the same way as normal Buzzy Beetles, but they have wings. I mean, we see so much of this already in the Paper Mario games, just normal enemies with wings. But I guess that's because there's so many of them in Mario games, like Goombas, Paragoombas, you know, Buzzies, Parabuzzies, Koopas, Parakoopas. I mean, even Bob-ombs and Bob-ombs. Like, we have everything with wings. Just put wings on it, and it's a new enemy. But anyway, the interesting thing about these guys, they work the same as every shelled enemy. But I think what's kind of a reference or a tribute to the old Mario games is that any fire-based attack will do no damage to them if they're flipped, if they're not flipped. And hey, look, an unnecessary bingo that'll give us 6 audience members. So stuff like I mentioned before, Bobbery's bomb or Vivian's attacks won't do anything unless they're flipped over. I think that's sort of a tribute to the fact that fire flowers couldn't hurt them in, you know, the platforming game. So just avoid using those when they're not flipped. And as I showed in that battle, it did nothing. So let's leap across this little river here. Now, for whatever reason, Mario can't jump that high, so we have to use Bobbery to get that switch. I mean, have you guys played Super Mario Galaxy? Mario jumps, like, upside down, every which way, but he can't jump on that little cliff. I mean, come on. Come on! Oh well. Now here's an example of the strategy that I'm going to show. Just get a first strike with Bobbery. The strategy of just ending this battle really early if you can afford to take the damage. And we're going to start a chain reaction of explosions. Boom, boom, and one more explosion. So you do take 2 HP of damage per explosion, but you do get 3 star points for each guy. So I mean, if you can afford to take the damage, it's a pretty easy way to end the battle. So not a bad bet in my opinion. And we're going to go up and wait. You guys thought I was going to forget, didn't you? You guys thought I was just going to walk right past the star piece and not get it after I spent all this time looking for it. Think again, because it is right there. And I knew that. I kinda knew that. Just took a guess. No, I'm kidding. I did know that. See, you guys gotta give me more credit. I mean, I'm not as stupid as you guys peg me, you know, think I am. Although that doesn't say much for my intelligence still. Anyway, not to mention that sentence was extremely disjointed, but whatever. Here we have a little puzzle to get that key. You just have to use Koops' shell hold ability, which I don't think we've used since like chapter 1. But, you know, reference to the old chapters. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty easy stuff. Just grab the key and we wait for this platform to come back down to a point where we can jump on it and jump on the box, and up here we get another shine sprite. There are a lot of shine sprites in the Pirate's Grotto, and also we can get a star piece there. That star piece is pretty easy to miss because you think, like, you know, there's a shine sprite up here and there's nothing else up here. There's also a star piece, so just be careful about that. And we're going to use a fancy transition to teleport back here. Use the Grotto key to open the door and head inside. And here we have Parabuzzies. We have a lot of them. Now there is a star piece underground in the middle of this room. And it is possible to get without battling all of these guys, but the safest way, I guess, is to just battle them. Even though that sounds very oxymoronic, it's safe to battle. But hey, you know, that's the And you'll get star points and all that stuff, so you might as well just battle them all. And there's the Tattle against the Parabuzzy. Again, the same as the regular Buzzy, and it just kicked my ass for 3 damage. And now we got this curse to activate and give me a lot more coins. So we're going to cut to when all those guys are dead, and look at all those coins. That is a lot of coins. And in the middle here, we have that star piece. And let's continue on. Now here we have, waves, and spikes, and a shine sprite. So let's get that with Koops. And now there's 2 ways to get past these spikes. You can do Tube Mario, or you can do Vivian, but Tube Mario, in my opinion, is faster, so we're going to use him. But the video's almost up, so this is Shadow Mario 41. What lies in the next room in Pirate's Grotto? Tune in next time to find out. Ciao.